Yo, what is good, YouTube? C4IQ penetrating your eardrums once again with a can of poke. This time, I was going to go over something that briefly got touched upon in Lucky Cue Ball's Luckbox in his Noob School upload. Check that out. That had him, CT, and Theory Fighter on it. Basically, they were talking about their a beginner's approach to like Cross Tekken, basically. But in their little upload, they had a topic bit where they were talking about multiple games. Andrew described it as just playing, only liking one cookie to the different flavors and stuff. But anyway, just to elaborate on that, I'm basically asking you guys, and I'll give my opinion at the end, what you think about playing multiple fighting games. Does it help or does it hinder you? Does it water down your gameplay, jack of all trades, master of none sort of style? Or playing multiple games, does it help with you? Well, does it like cross over? Like the stuff you learn from one game, can you use in another game? Blah, blah, blah. Obviously, the main examples are people like Chris G. He bodies people in most games. Justin Wong. But then you've got people that solely stick to one thing, Sanford. And I think my personal opinion on this is that you can obviously gain experience or skills from one game, translate to another one. But I think for the most part, with the people that are just good at all the games, I think they're just naturally good at games. If you take Justin Wong, for example, he's pretty sure he started off in like Puzzle Quest and stuff like that. So he's just naturally good at understanding, picking up, blah, blah, blah. Don't want to swing in his ball bags for too long. Like, I'm not a Tarzan guy. But yeah, I think some people think that they could just pick up multiple games and play it, where I think it's like a skill. But saying that, I definitely believe that you can pick up skills in one game and translate to another. In certain aspects, I mean, for me, the biggest thing that I've learned from one game and translated to another is from Persona to Marvel. I normally always say when I play like Street Fighter or Cross Tekken, I'll be like, I play Marvel, I can block this. But I learned to block properly in Marvel, like playing Persona, because in Persona you can't up back. There's just a quick like explanation. In Persona, if you're on the ground and you hold up back, there's a couple of frames where you can't block on your way up. You can block in the air, but from when you're landing and when you're jumping back or up, there's, I think it's like 5 or 6 frames. So you can't do that. You can't just up back once you're in pressure and think, oh, I don't have to block this overhead, because the overhead might still hit if it's quick enough. And shorts will hit, stand jabs will hit, because there's certain frames where you can't block. So taking that into Marvel, I learned that, oh, okay, if I just stay here and block and I've got my cap of 4 assists, I can quote unquote alpha counter. That's not what it's called, but you can bring in your partner, cost the meter, bring your partner, they do their assist moves. With 4 you get a full combo if it hits. And it definitely helps. Obviously they've got fuzzy guards and all that sort of stuff in Marvel, so up back in for the most part online is like flawless. It will always work, but offline it's not really a thing. There are so many setups for people that try to up back because it's such a prominent tactic amongst most people. I think it's just natural reaction when you're getting pressured in a game like Marvel, when there's so much going on. You're scared because most people got an overhead, and even if they don't, they've got a tri-dash or an instant overhead. So up backing is like the go-to thing for all types of players, pros, scrubs, everyone. And for me, yeah, Persona sort of disciplined me to not do it as much, because it's like, well, in Persona I can't do this at all, so let me see if there's another way around it in Marvel, because that's what I'm used to doing. And the result of that, I've found a way to get around it. I mean, some people can't, maybe they haven't got a team composition to do that, but it's definitely a good discipline to have. Marvel, you don't really want to be blocking in the first place, but when you do, you might as well make sure you're not panic blocking, but you're just holding up back, and then you get air grabbed and you lose your life regardless. Like so, but for me that's what helped. I was gonna go over like other platforms, so other styles of games like puzzle games, adventure games, RPGs. I mean, for me, if I'm not playing fighting games, it's a strategy game or a puzzle game. Like when I was on PSN, there was I had moments where I was bang on Magic the Gathering. Like, you couldn't get me off that game. Like, I think I approach my fighting games like that as well, because in Magic there is always a chance to win or lose. Like, you're never truly winning in Magic until you've actually won. And when I play like Street Fighter or Marvel, it's sort of the same, where I can see, even if someone's beating everyone, if they're in the lobby and they've got like 15 wins, I'll watch how they play and then form a strategy. Like, even though I hate the character, it's like a Batman mentality. Like, I just need prep time, and I think that I know how to beat them, but my flaw is my execution. So I might be able to come up with a plan, but I can't execute properly. But yeah, from puzzle games, which I think I've pretty much been into puzzle games from day dot. When I got into fighting games, it was basically because my uncles used to beat me in Marvel 2 and X-Men vs Street Fighter, and I was like, they're literally just mashing. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I can tell that they're mashing. Let me just try and learn this game. But I didn't have a console at the time, so it was rough. I had to sit there and hold that L so tightly to my chest. It was unbelievable. But yeah, my strategy or my game plan is to come up with a strategy in fighting games. It's not to rush down. It's not really even to play lame. That's just the strategy. It's like, why do you need to go in if you've got the life lead? Like, time's on your side. Let time do the work. So yeah, definitely other games help, and I think that's what's happened with a lot of the other top players that have obviously just shown that they're dominant or more than capable of playing games at a high level. Yeah, so back to what I think. I do believe playing multiple games does help, but maybe not too much. I think for me, it's definitely no more than 4 at a time, really. I think at the moment it's basically Marvel, Persona, Cross Tekken, and Street Fighter. So Ultra comes out, obviously. I do want to start playing Injustice again, but it's a hard one. With me, a lot of the times when it comes to games that I want to play, the mechanics keep me interested in the game to get it, but then it's the characters that keep me playing the game. And there's been a lot of games where the mechanics are awesome, like KOF. That game is so good, but I don't want to play it because I only like Kim and Shen, and I hate playing characters that I don't like. And I've liked Kim from day dot, like martial artist, straight up. I did like Iori because he's purple, but then they changed him, and I was like, nah, I'm not about this character no more. I like Shen, just a brute, bit kind of purplish. So, but then you had to pick a third character, and there's no other character to pick, so I dropped it. I remember back in the day, on a previous podcast, Juicebox Able did not buy that as an excuse, but sorry, man, I just can't do it. So yeah, there's stuff like that. Same with Injustice. Like, when it comes to DC, Flash is the one, but they just made him. I can't accept what they've done to him. Like, he's the Flash, and he's got like one of the worst dashes in the game. Like, why would you do that? Like, out of principle, I will not allow it. So until they buff his dash, which they did a little bit, it's still not good. It's the Flash. He should have like the most retarded combos, but he's just a fair character that apparently is really top tier, but you don't really see it. There is some people that put in work with Flash, definitely, but yeah, that's another reason. So when it comes to stuff like Street Fighter, obviously I've grown up in Street Fighter, always followed it, so I've kind of built a rapport with certain characters, so when I see them, I just automatically want to play them. With Marvel, I've been into comics and Marvel since day one. I'm more of an anime style player. I like anime games, but it just anime characters don't appeal to me. A lot of anime characters don't appeal to me. There's a couple in Arcana, Akihiko and Persona, but that's pretty much it. Like, I don't mind Chip out of Guilty Gear, but man, he's kind of stereotype, dead at, kind of been done before character. So Blaz was bang, then he got nerfed, and I was thinking, yeah, this guy's mad Naruto, man. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. So yeah, basically, mechanics get me into the game, the characters keep me in it, and Marvel's Marvel. I'm always gonna play that game, regardless, because just that pure principle. Street Fighter, pretty much because people are there to play. Like, I'm gonna play Bison, he's purple. Gonna play Jury, he's purple, pink, purple/pink. Close enough, anyway. Gonna play Cody because he's a brute, straight up. Same with like Cross Tekken, same concept, but I've got Brian in there. Let's not even go into him. Yeah, they've got Brian in Cross Tekken. And Persona, Akihiko. I like Akihiko. He's got a purple outfit, pretty cute, and he's a. To me, boxing is a martial arts because it's a discipline. You can't kick, so I pick martial arts characters. Hence why I like Kim and KOF, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's how I approach multiple games. Why I play multiple games. I definitely think more than 4 is probably too much if you want to take them like seriously. Get to a competent level where you can hold your own ground. Certain games you can obviously sort of transition the skill. I do believe. Some of them I don't like I make a running joke about, oh, you can't hit me with this in Street Fighter, Cross Tekken because I play Marvel, but it's a lot different. With Marvel, a lot of it is anticipation, where Street Fighter, you have to react. You have to react because it is slower, like the overheads and whatnot are slower, but because most characters can't get much damage off overhead, you're automatically going to crouch anyway. So where Marvel is like, it doesn't matter what they hit you with, they're going to kill you. So you have to be prepared to, everything's at the same level of risk. Where in Cross Tekken or Street Fighter, the risk of getting a grab isn't as great as getting hit with a short, because the damage output that you can get from that. Or getting hit with an overhead with certain characters doesn't lead to as much damage as getting hit with a low or something like that. So that's my opinion. Bit long, drawn out. Sorry about that, guys. Obviously, if you heard Lucky as well, and he's Children Atom, he was talking about how I waffle on, try and keep this one short for you. Yeah, I just want to know what you guys think. Do you think it helps playing multiple games? Do you think it waters down your overall skill level on all of them, because you have to obviously pick up one game and then change your whole game plan another, or because your characters aren't in this game, you got to play differently? What do you guys think? Obviously, I've given you my thoughts. Definitely be good to hear yours. That's it for the counter poke this week, guys. Probably do one a week. Sounds alright. Yeah, that's it for this counter poke. Obviously, a quick shout out. If you can see in the background, I've got my designs. All of them are done now. All 5. Shout outs to CT. Mad help. He definitely helped me with this, and obviously the artist, who is Leon. They're not my pictures, they're my ideas, my designs. I told him what to do, he did them up. So he's the artist, not me, guys. I'm not that talented. So yeah, shout out to them too. Hopefully soon we'll get these printed. Keep it tuned into MOP, Mash on Pad, and then obviously you know when they're getting released, whatever, if you do any giveaways, all that shiz. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's me, C4IQ out. Peace.